Hello and welcome, as it is now the 20th day of December 2018. My name is Derek. Welcome to the Money Charts channel. In this video is going to focus primarily on the technical analysis on Theta, the buy low, sell high strategy, and I put these double lines in as the area that I wanted to see it hold after this tremendous gain back on the 30th day of November. It didn't, so we'll get rid of those lines. It's been dragging its way down the 18 lows, so now there's definitely concern that we could have another leg lower, but it still hasn't broken down from it. It's correcting much lower, and really, it's almost like a ghost move. Yeah, a ghost move. The artificial move. Because let's just assume this green candle didn't happen, and really all the candles down to pretty much this and the following five down to this red candle move. Everything's staying in a range between 1383 and a little lower, 1200 or so. Okay, so be it. However, I have 16.5% more theta right now than I do back here. Of course, I had to pay for them, costing me 85 Satoshi. That's because I've been trading back and forth. Practically, I'm barely out Bitcoin, and even for that matter, Binance coin for the rake. But what I do is every time I sell for 1 unit, I buy 1 unit back. We'll look at the statistics in a little bit, but let's take a look at this on a shorter term time frame, because when you see all this, it's all just a bunch of difficulties, especially when you scroll back and that's all you see. So as far as the movement in here, it's been just up and down, choppy action, which is fine with me. I mean, if the market's going to have another artificial move here, only price pays. Those who sold here were able to buy back, and well, I was one of them. But of course, as I'm selling, I'm only selling small quantities. Maybe for a 5% move, I'll sell maybe 2 or 3% of what I own. Heck, even lately I've been doing 2 and 3% moves because there hasn't been too much more available. In fact, I saw 1345 was what I sold at. The high was 1350, and I've already bought that back. I could have bought it back cheaper, so be it. I got 16.5% more theta than before this big rally occurred. So when it's ready to go, it's basically just ready to go. And again, we're just seeing more of this choppy action. But when it comes down to it, you have this down move, goes sideways. It was rallying before this got onto that of Binance. It was, I think, primarily traded on Huobi. I got into it there. I traded it for a little bit and wasn't too ecstatic or happy or liking the exchange Huobi I was trading on, and I decided to sell out of the position. And when I came back on Binance, I'm like, okay, well, let's play the game. So I take my data of my buys and sells and I put them into a spreadsheet. And since the movement happened, this is when the rally started. I had one quick trade before where I sold at 13.49, bought it back at 12.41, and then sold back at 13.49 again, and then kept selling and selling and selling. In this case, I was doing one less per time, and I've changed it a little bit since, but all these sell orders executed. It was an interesting morning waking up, seeing how this was going down. And then I bought 618 back, buying back many lots when the price topped at 36.95. Only sold 15 because I had 46 for sale. They didn't take whoever spot the last didn't take my last 31. I was happy with the day. And then the market goes down to 21.80. 618 I bought, and then I kept on doing the same thing. Whatever the Bitcoin was worth. So it worked out that if I bought 77, I probably sold about 70 or 69, depending on its rake. And then last buy came in at 1961. So I sold from 22.33 up to the 39. This was 3 sales because this was 2 executions. And then the buying spree going on. 2,000 all the way down to 15.42. Getting my supply back. And then the selling coming in. 17.79. 17.95. Then the buying. 16.71. All the way down to 12.23. Starting to sell some bigger numbers in here. As we can see here, I'm not trading the smaller numbers, so I thought, you know what, it's just too much work, really. Although, I mean, a dollar cost or crypto cost average you when you buy and sell this way. But situations here, buy 12.33. This is why I talk about the 2% moves. I first bought 590 here. I thought, you know what, if I can make small moves simply by buying an okay amount, I can easily afford 590, and I mathematically did calculate what to buy, and that's why I pretty much, my buys and sells are the exact same as I stand today. So I buy here at 200 because it goes down from 1267 to 1233. And then I sold at 1259. That's only a differential of 26 points, like 2%. So a tiny gain, not much. And then I realized I sold a little too much here, and I'm still trying to get it back. Yeah, I probably should have sold like... But realistically speaking, yes and no. I mean, I sold 275 at 12.96 of the 590 that I bought. So that's why I sold the next lot for 130 only. And obviously, if I would have sold it for 200 more, I would have made an extra 7 or 8 more coins because I got 6 free coins here. As if you look at the net cost, and I think the easiest way to show it would be just do this. And then we don't need this row here. But I received 0.00174 and I got back 0.00174. 6 free tokens. Mathematically calculating this even further, what I do with my spreadsheets is I sort everything in buys and sells. So there's all my buys and there's all my sells below. So I take the sum of the buys, which is 4,312, and the sum of my sells, 3,571. So you can get the sums and differentials this way. I got my average sale at 1968, my average buy at 1645. The differential means that I've had to spend 6,312 Satoshi in Bitcoin. Average cost of 85 Satoshi, making 741 additional coins. And this number here is how much Binance coin I've had to pay on rake. That's the sum of all of the rake that you get in total. I've actually made a chart as well. And let me just fit it so you can see it better. Give me a quick second. And you know, when people say, oh, give me a second for this, you know it's going to be 10, 20, or 30 or whatever. Oh, give me a minute, it's going to be 9. Well, in this case, it was about 20 seconds, but I paused the tape, whatever, and it literally did take a second there, I guess. The blue line represents how well Theta was doing just by hodling, meaning from the time that I started, I just don't do anything. I just hold my coins, I don't buy, I don't sell. What is the value of the Theta? The orange line represents the value of the Theta plus or minus the Bitcoin that have came in and out in sum. So therefore, we can see that the blue line got up to 3 times. The market tripled. Yet, when the market tripled within the buy low, sell high strategy, getting close to 2.36 or so in here, I was only up 135 or so percent, 140, almost less than 140 at the market top when this was up that. But markets go way up, way down. That's why this strategy is like always going to do very, very well. And when these moves happen, this is always going to happen. This hodl strat will go way up. And then when the market corrects, the other line, the trading one, buying low, selling high, will overlap it, as we can see. And the move going lower, we can see here that this is just a little bit higher. This number 1, that's what the blue line is at now. It is marginally ahead, pretty much break even. Yet my line is barely at the 2. And within such, that means I'm up about 20%, but I have 17.5% more theta than I had before. That's where my profits come in, because I've gotten those extra coins. And I want to see more in this up and down choppy action, because I'd be interested to see just how many of these coins I can accumulate playing this strategy. And you're going to have the volatile swings. Here I see my portfolio of such pretty much get cut in half from the high. Oh, if I would have known that 3,600 was the top, I would have sold everything and just waited to buy back. Well, I'd be a billionaire so fast if I knew that. And I realized if I did sell everything there in a legit move, then I'm going to see it go to 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15,000. And I might be lucky enough to buy it back if it even pulls back there. And overall, within that strategy, if you do that with coins and you just happen to sell all of them when it goes way up and it happens to just shoot higher, well, you know what? It was still a winning trade, meaning I'm definitely not against selling decent amounts at these high periods when they go up, realizing there's a good chance they're going to go down. But in playing this strategy, over time, I'm going to get decent amount of situations in which volatility is going to go to larger levels. And I'm not going to be looking to sell for 2% or 3% moves when those periods occur. So therefore, just wanted to share this a little bit. And if you're interested in doing these type of statistics, again, to me, it's really simple to do. The calculations for this is you, again, take after every trade, how many altcoins you have at that time, multiply that by the price that it was traded at, and then of course the differential of how much Bitcoin or whatever base currency you are using you would have amongst that time. So if you have any questions, anything about nature, please let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help out. And this is one of those rare situations lately where I'm staying up a little later, so it's very rare for me to even be up at 11:15, let alone it's 12:30 in the morning, which used to be like every night for me. I go to bed at like 1 o'clock. So the crypto day morning video might be a little later, but I'm on that clock where if I'm not up by 7 in the morning, that's sleeping in for me. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.